it's finally time to fix Big Blue. I gotta bring it in the shop because I gotta pull the transmission out. And unfortunately it doesn't fit in there with these huge wheels. So we're gonna pull it over here, put it on jack stands, and put the little transport wheels on. I don't know if you guys have seen those before, but they're tiny little wheels that actually fit this truck. And that lets it go into the shop. So we're gonna do that right now. So we're just gonna hook it up to the work truck, get it off the grass so we can safely jack it up and get these huge wheels off that weigh like 1,000 pounds a piece. We've got to go a bit backwards first so that we can kind of get it over here onto the asphalt. It's kind of hard moving this thing around when it doesn't drive itself. A little more. All right, see if it'll back up. Nice and slow, slow, slow. Oh my gosh. Why does it feel like it doesn't want to roll? What the heck? Pull it forward again. But go pretty far forward. Whoa. What the heck was that? A huge tree just fell somewhere. We'll have to go look for it later. That was crazy. Pull it forward like a foot or two. Oh wow, something was like bound up. That's not good. I don't know if you guys heard that, but like something was kind of bound up in the differentials. That does not bode well for this truck. All right, now let's try and go backwards. Don't let too much slack in the rope. Keep coming. Oh man. This thing's such a pain. The reason we can't get behind it and pull, or we could get a second truck and get behind it and pull, is if we had one truck behind it and pulling, the brakes on this aren't good enough to stop it from just hitting the truck. So we may need two trucks, one to pull it backwards and one to keep it from going too far backwards. Once it starts rolling, you'll need to keep the rope tight on its own. Where's Carter when you need him? This is crazy. It's gotta start rolling off its own. There we go. See if it'll roll on its own now. It's a balancing act. Gotta try not to let it lose too much momentum. All right, stop, slow down. Okay. I'm gonna get in it now. So stop there. All right, start going forward.
Hey, I don't think I'm gonna clear the pressure washer yet.
Just go ahead and back up and just get yourself oriented where you need to be. Go ahead. That's good. Oh man, this truck's been sitting too long. It's full of wasps and spiders. Ugh. All right, let's get these wheels off. All right, well this is our monster truck jack. It's made specially for these trucks to get them up off the ground. Just put this here. Let's see if that's high enough. Looks like it is. Look at that, it's off the ground. All right, so now we've got these. Hopefully these aren't too tall. They gotta look like they are. What the heck? These are supposed to be the perfect height. They're one block too tall. What I think I need to do is get the truck just a little bit higher off the ground. I need a board to put between the jack and the monster truck to get it just a little bit higher. All right, let's see if these will work. Let's see if this is gonna be enough. We use wood for everything around here. Luckily if it falls, it doesn't fall very far. Yeah, this is the fun part about jacking this truck up. It's really annoying. And it's not slow. You can't be gentle with it. It gets fast always. Oh, come on, get under there. Oh gosh, am I gonna be able to get this under here? Oh no. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Ugh. This is a mess. Okay. These are so heavy. Oh, it's just barely. Oh man. You gotta be kidding me, this is insane. All right, watch out, we're going up a little more. I wanna see what happens if I set it on that. But I'm not gonna be surprised if something crazy happens. Okay. Whew. All right, that's good enough. That's at least got the truck more stable than it's ever been off the ground. Now we can pull these wheels off. Now it's time to remove the lug nuts. Go get the other one. Now let's see if we can get these wheels off. To get it off, we have to pull the bottom. Because if you pull this way, it's just binding on the studs. So if you come down here and push on it. Okay. You know what? I think we're like definitely gonna need the forklift. All right, we just need to go get the forks on the skid steer.
I need you to help make sure it doesn't roll away when I try and set it down.
Oh gosh. There you go. Holy cow.
That was scary.
It's like a bouncy ball.
Yeah, it is. 1,000-pound bouncy ball. Oh gosh.
All right, well, now that's exciting. Now we can put the tiny wheels on the front. And you'll get to see just how tiny they are. And here's our transport wheels. I mean, they are tiny. I mean, they're actually like, they're basically the same size as the tires on the work truck. They might even be smaller. They're still kind of heavy though. Well, at least I could pick them up. Look at that. How cool. So we got the transport wheels on. The next step is to lift it back up and lower it down onto them. Always so sketchy. Everything to do with this is always sketchy. Stand clear. Oh man, it's still got weight on that. I'm gonna lower it down just a smidge. Try and just use the one. How do these seem like they're not really bolted together? We need to set it onto these blocks. Hopefully it's gonna go really slow. Shoot, that's bottomed out. Let's grab one more of these chunks of 4x4. We're gonna put more wood under the wheels. Let's put something under those rear wheels so nothing rolls. And I'm gonna put this one in front, so hopefully it can't roll forwards or backwards. Now what I'm kinda hoping is that now I can do it with this one and get it off those blocks. All right, we're halfway there. See if that side's enough. Smidge not high enough. Dang it.
What if we get the 3-ton jack and jack up the tire?
That's it right there.
Good? Okay.
Okay, it's unbolted. Let's get them off. All right, all the big ones are off. Put the last two tiny ones on. We can put the truck all the way back on the ground, and now it'll fit in the shop, and still just barely. All right, let's lower it down. Sheesh. We're gonna have to chop the front wheels. This thing could try and roll away on us. Let's get this one out. All right, now we're gonna hook up to it from the back, tow it in reverse into the shop. It's a lot easier to get in now, but at the same time it's not, because now I don't have big tires to stand on to get in it. It's like a jungle gym. All right, I'm ready. Success. Truck is in the shop. Whew, it hasn't been in here in a little while. Oh, it's a lot lower of a jump to get out now. Oh man. Okay, well, next step, take the transmission out. That's gonna be so much easier than what we just did. Oh my, what? How? What happened? So we've got the monster truck in the garage on the tiny little wheels. It's the only way it fits in here. So the transmission is this part here. It's bolted to the back of the engine. I'm gonna start by removing the drive shaft out the back, take the starter motor off, drain the fluid out of it, shifter cable comes out. That should be just about it. And then I just take this cross member down and unbolt it from the engine. This thing's at like an awkward height. It's 40 inches off the ground to reach the transmission, and I need a transmission jack to lower it down. And most transmission jacks are either much taller than that or much lower. So I'm gonna build like a custom stand for my transmission floor jack to raise it up enough. That shouldn't be too hard. We'll get this thing taken out today, and then we'll load it up on a pallet and ship it off to the guys who are going to rebuild it. First thing I'm gonna do is drain the transmission. Fluid doesn't look too bad, but it's, you know, oh yeah, I can smell it now. It's a little cooked. We might want to think about a better transmission cooler on this thing. One of the next things I'll do is I'll remove this shift cable here. The cool thing about this truck is it's very simple. There's not much to it, or at least transmission-wise, so all of this comes out pretty easy. Now we're gonna remove the starter motor. There's just a couple of wires that go to it. Now I'm going to remove this rear drive shaft that comes out the back of the transmission. So next I need to remove this transmission line and this one here. And those go to the transmission cooler. I have a feeling that that wasn't working right. Okay, next I need to remove the nuts that hold the torque converter to the flex plate. I'm going to go one by one and spin the engine around to get all of them. Okay, that's all of them. Now I'm going to remove these bell housing bolts. So there's one here, there's one maybe here and here, and then same on the other side. So it looks like maybe 6 bolts holding it to the engine. Well, that's just about that. The transmission's ready to come out. Everything is removed from it, but the cross member holding it up right now. What I need to do now is build my custom transmission jack for it. It's not the prettiest thing in the world, but this raised it up exactly how much I needed. My buddy Alex said this was probably the best way to do this. It turned out pretty well. That got it to the height it needs to be to reach the transmission in the monster truck. So all we gotta do is wheel this thing under here. I'll probably move these lines out of my way. That chain will try and wrap around the transmission. Okay, now I can remove the transmission cross member. All right, now the transmission is just hanging in place. We should be able to lower it out by pulling backwards. Yep. Okay, now I'm thinking, oh yeah, here we go. We are coming out. Just make sure nothing else tied to it. Of course, we got a wire stuck in the chain. That's funny. Where does that wire even go to? Who knows? The guy who built this truck probably doesn't even know. Okay, now we just wheel it out of here. Hopefully it's not too tall to fit out this opening. Looks like it's gonna be perfect. Just like that, the transmission is out. It is absolutely filthy. We're gonna have to clean it up before we ship it off. We'll power wash it down, put it on a pallet, and we'll send it to the guys who can fix it. All right, we're looking pretty good here. We're all wrapped in plastic wrap, strapped it down to the pallet. Truck will be here first thing in the morning to come and get it. All right, truck's finally here to pick up the transmission. We're gonna get it loaded up. All right, and that's the transmission off to the transmission shop. Stay tuned for when it comes back and we get that truck running again. And we're one step closer to a working monster truck.